This is my S13, to which I needed a more powerful fan, one which speed could be gradually controlled. I didn't want to spend too much money neither on the fan or the shroud. I'll show you how I designed and manufactured it. The part number of the Audi fan I chose can be seen on the screen. In Europe, a used one can be easily sourced for less than 50 euros. So instead of making one out of sheet aluminium, I thought I should 3D print it instead. The shroud is divided into 4 separate pieces, meant to be glued together using flanges shown here. As for the filament, I chose LEGO's high temperature polyamide with carbon fiber infill. Overall prints came out nice, and I only had one unusable print. This material tends to warp when you have tall, skinny structures. An easy remedy would be used to support painter in the slicer and add some supports like shown here. I stored prints in plastic bags with cat litter to avoid excessive moisture, but now I think it doesn't matter too much in this application, especially if other prints were finished in the same week and post-cured at the same time before gluing. I have this old industrial oven that I got for free that's perfect for this job. It does complain after every few seconds, but still works. These adjustable brackets are from a server rack, surprisingly handy. I'll let them sit at 120 degrees Celsius for about 10 hours. I used isopropyl alcohol to clean the parts before gluing. Didn't want to saturate the prints with it, so I sprayed onto a workshop paper towel instead and wiped with it. I was a bit afraid that it might affect adhesion of the glue or paint afterwards. Now looking back at this comical situation, I assumed that the tip of the 2-part glue had partially hardened and hence it took an enormous amount of force to get the glue out.
What the hell?
I forgot to take off the print settings meant for the large prints. I had to bend this shroud a little to make it fit into the oven. Like always, I want everything to be done ASAP, and as Estonia doesn't have anything in stock at its hardware stores, I opted to use the stainless steel rivet nuts as compression limiters. Just have to drill the threads out. Uh-oh, someone has mismodeled part of the radiator. Oh well, I'll get back to it later. Oh. Whoops. It would be much more beneficial to think before you do. The lower support arms were unsymmetrical compared to the middle plane, and guess who didn't notice that? So I cut the original ones off and made a pair of new ones. Rubber and high temperature don't mix. What a surprise. A little protection against wandering welding arc. Using painter's tape was a bit of overkill here. Good enough after a long time of not welding aluminum. Didn't record the second time of spray painting it, so let's continue to the testing of the fan. These are the ECU and PDM going to my car. An ECU Master EMU Pro 8 and HP Electronic HP 8441. You can see a PC power supply and a power breakout board. But I remembered quite soon that the motherboard connector itself doesn't supply enough amps for 12 volts, so I switched to a car battery. And for some reason I believed this fan needed LIN bus control and wasted about 2 weeks ordering Arduino development boards and programming it, and before I got to test it out, I just in case googled this fan motor again, and what do you know, it's PWM control. I have invested a lot of time into the more compact and detachable front end, and to be honest, not too happy about it. I might make the front end entirely tubular or the top removable part out of carbon fiber instead. Let's see. First I need to get the car driving again. Here the PDM already showed its usefulness. I switched the polarity of the wires and caused a short. The PDM detected that and shut the circuit off. The default maximum amperage value of a high current channel was 30 amps and an overload fault was triggered. To be honest, a fair assessment would include a test with a hot engine compartment. And for that, you have to wait for a bit. Seeing how long it takes for me to edit those videos, it might take a couple of months. Thanks for watching.